She's a 15-time Grammy winner, a kick-ass songwriter, and a humanitarian who has sold over 40 million albums worldwide. What? Her latest is out. It's called Alicia. Give it up for Alicia Keys, y'all. Yes! You look so cool.
Thank you. How are you? I miss you.
Oh man, I miss you too. But I saw you come on the screen and I was like, not on my best, coolest day do I ever look as cool as you. I don't know how you do it. It's like you don't even think about it, but whatever. But it's a great lineup at the BBMAs tonight. So we've got Bad Bunny, Post Malone, Demi Lovato, Sia, a bunch of others. You're performing. Who are you most looking forward to seeing? Because I know people always ask us this every year, but this year it's kind of different because we don't really get to see live music a lot.
I know. I miss it so much. I think we're all missing it so much. I'm looking forward to Post.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing you because you're like, you got all this spunk and energy, and I just love your spirit. And honestly, it's always I think it's a little bit different because now maybe we're performing in similar spaces. Every time is different. So I'm just open to the newness, and I know we're all excited to just hear great music and have a good night.
Yeah, and I mean, while we're all navigating the new, at least we're being able to navigate. At least we're out of our houses. We're able to be somewhere and actually perform. As artists, like you feel like it's your duty right now, like your job to kind of, not distract, but just kind of bring a little hope. More so. But I want to talk about this because you created a $1 billion fund to support Black-owned businesses, which is amazing. The NFL has contributed. How can others help?
Absolutely. This is really something I'm very, very passionate about. There's so many people that are thinking like this, thinking about this. Obviously, we know that it's the time. We see the inequities that are happening right in front of us. We know that it's time to really empower Black America. And so this is something that is big, 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 big for me. I'm so, so proud. And I feel like so many corporations, institutions, and organizations really do want to be invited to the table to figure out how to contribute. And so this is a conversation we're going to be having. We're creating it now, building it all up. The response has been unbelievable. It's going to be focused on Black businesses and Black investments invested by Black investors, Black schools, Black banks, Black communities. It's really powerful, and I love the response. So thank you for bringing it up. And yes, I'll be telling you more about it a lot. So this is the beginning.
It's important, and now is the time. Like I've been hearing everybody talk about how crappy 2020 is, and yes, it is. But at the same time, I think everything's have to go just awry and just kind of be messy before you can actually fix the problem and notice how bad the problem is. So I love that you're doing this. I think it's very important. All right, so Alicia's new album is called Alicia, and it's out right now. So if you're smart, you'll go get it. I just have a quick question. I mean, is this new album a very personal one for you? You've named it after your name, obviously. So.
This is definitely the one that I know myself the best. I would have never been able to call my previous albums Alicia just because, of course I've always been myself, but I didn't know myself as well. And this particular album is really about the different nuances and sides of us because there's so many different pieces that make us a whole person, but so many times we don't get to express those sides, right? Like at the job, we're one way. With our family, we're one way. With our kids, we're one way. When do we get to kind of explore the parts of ourselves we don't know? So that's been something that I've been learning about, and really it's poured into this music, it's poured into the writing, it's poured into the diversity that you'll hear. And the response has been so crazy. I've been so proud and excited for the love everybody has for it.
That's really great, man. I'm super proud of you. That's so cool. And everybody needs music now more than ever, Like it's nice. So much. Feel a little hope, a little distraction, all of it. Well, let's talk. I want some stories behind some of the tracks. I was listening last night and this morning, and so maybe the most powerful song and is incredibly hard to listen to if you're a mama as well is "Perfect Way to Die." It's the story of a mother's grief after her son is shot by police. How difficult? I mean, you're a mama and a part of the community that's being attacked right now. So how hard is that?
I mean, it's devastating. Obviously, we all can see it no matter where we live, no matter how we grew up.
Yeah.
We can all see what's happening so clearly and evidently. And I know that we're all outraged. We're all, we don't accept it anymore. This is not the way that it's supposed to be, and we will not accept it anymore. But to write that song, just a sliver of that conversation, that emotion, that feeling of of losing your child because somebody murdered them because they judged them in some way or thought they were going to cause harm that they weren't going to. I mean, the grief, I can't even imagine. There is no perfect way to die, and definitely not at the hands of police brutality. But bringing that to the forefront and being able to have that be a conversation at work, we're all talking about, thinking about, obviously going into this election, thinking about how do we want to show up for ourselves, for our communities? What do we want to demand from our country? You know, it's a really powerful conversation to be having, and just the encouragement for us to show up, to start to make the shifts or the changes that we know are needed.
Yeah, and I think we take advantage that we're so lucky, we're so fortunate to have that vote, you know? And I think we're in this country, we get so comfortable. You get in our little comfort zones sometimes, and you don't realize how important it is to vote. Like, and anyway, but Breonna Taylor was in the video for that song as well. Alicia has been pushing for justice for her, and this summer she made another video with Breonna's mom, Tamika Palmer, activist Tamika Mallory, and the rapper Rhapsody. So, Alicia, do you feel hopeful in the fight right now?
You know, I mean, I'll be honest. I'm disappointed. You know, I'm very disappointed. I'm frustrated. You know, I think we all are. It's just enough with the actions that are never held accountable. It's just enough, you know. And I feel like it definitely feels. I know it's wrong, and I know that it has to change. And I do feel inspired to continue to show up and continue to be an active part of humanity, you know, because we all have to care about what's going on. And that's one thing that I do see. I truly do. I see the whole world, France, Paris, London, you know, the whole of America really, for the first time, showing up and saying and speaking loud, you know, and so in that way, I do feel inspired that we, the people who do make the changes, because I know sometimes it's hard to believe, you know, we think, you know, this unseen government kind of does everything and we have no control over it. Sometimes we can feel like that, but we do have the power. We do wield the power. And so I do feel inspired to continue going, but I do feel disappointed that more justice wasn't due for Breonna and for all the people who have lost their lives, you know, been murdered by police brutality.
Agreed. Well, I want to talk about this too, though. You have so many things. You're just like that lady doing everything. I love it. So you've also branched out for music. So tell me about Keys Soul Care.
You know, it's a lifestyle brand. It's a concept. It's a thought. It was started with my personal journey to find the right skincare for myself. And it's been a tricky situation for me since I was quite young. And it's always been a dream of me to create something that would be just good for my skin, but not only for the outside, for the inside. And I realized that we focus so much. We have skincare and nail care and body care and hair care, and we have all this care, but we don't have soul care, you know? So I created Keys Soul Care in the essence of that. And it's going to be many things, but right now it's really just about community, and it's about ritual, and it's about talking about how can we focus on ourselves, fill ourselves up, and our souls. And so that's why Keys Soul Care was born. And I'm excited.
I know. Well, here's the thing, too. I love when something is organic. But Alicia is launching Keys Soul Care in December, y'all, which also happens to be the month of my favorite holiday, Christmas. As you know, I'm a firm believer that the holidays can be celebrated on any given day of the year. Oh, my gosh, what's that noise? Oh, my gosh, it's our very first Ambush Christmas of season 2. It's Christmas in October. You're welcome. I am being dumped on. Snow everywhere. That was awesome. I feel like I'm in a video. Well, I kind of am. Okay, so that means it's gift time, people, and Soul Care starts here. Alicia Keys and Keys Soul Care want to help you give yourself a moment of calm. It's still snowing. They want to give you a moment of calm by sending everyone in the audience home with their signature sage and oat milk scented candle. It smells real nice. Yes, I love it. Oh my God, that smells like peace. I love it. Alicia's new album is called Alicia. Be sure to check it out. Also check out her line of personal care products, Keys Soul Care, this December. Don't forget, y'all watch both of us tonight on the Billboard Music Awards on NBC.